Well, being predominantly a songwriter myself, I've chosen to read you some songs from the ranks of the British forces during World War I. They were sung on the march or when the soldiers were off duty. And this first song is called I Want to Go Home. It was also called I Don't Want to Die. And it was one of the most famous war songs. I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to go in the trenches no more, where the whiz-bangs and shrapnel, they whistle and roar. Take me over the sea, where the alley man can't get me. Oh my, I don't want to die. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to visit La Belle France no more, for oh, the Jack Johnsons, they make such a roar. Take me over the sea, where the snipers, they can't get at me. Oh my, I don't want to die. I want to go home. Like medieval ballads, these songs are anonymous, and they were passed down and added to as time went on. This next song is called When This Bloody War Is Over. There are different versions. There's more polite versions that call it Blasted War and additional verses, but this is the version that I like the best. And it's sung to the tune of the hymn, Take It to the Lord in Prayer, which I don't know, so you can hum it along in your heads if you do know it. When this bloody war is over, no more soldiering for me. When I get my civvy clothes on, oh, how happy I shall be. No more church parades on Sunday, no more begging for a pass. You can tell the sergeant major to stick his passes up his arse. When this bloody war is over, no more soldiering for me. When I get my civvy clothes on, oh, how happy I shall be. No more NCOs to curse me, no more rotten army stew. You can tell the old cook sergeant to stick his stew right up his flue. When this bloody war is over, no more soldiering for me. When I get my civvy clothes on, oh, how happy I shall be. No more sergeants bawling, pick it up and put it down. If I meet the ugly bastard, I'll kick his arse all over town. And this last song was sung to the tune of Auld Lang Syne. The footnote to it reads, this was sung with great gusto because 99 times out of 100, the men who sang it had no idea why they were here or where here was or how long they would continue to be here. And it comes from a book called The Long Trail that was compiled by John Brophy and Eric Partridge in 1930. It's called We're Here Because. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. When I was writing my last album, Let England Shake, I became particularly interested in the Gallipoli campaign. And this song from that album comes out of reading many soldiers' testimonies. The words that maketh murder. I have seen and done things I want to forget. Soldiers fell like lumps of meat, blown and shot out beyond belief. Arms and legs were in the trees. I've seen and done things I want to forget, coming from an unearthly place, longing to see a woman's face or hear a piano's grace instead of the words that gather pace, the words that maketh murder. I've seen and done things I want to forget, a corporal whose nerves were shot, climbing behind a fierce, gone sun, flies swarming everyone, death lingering, stunk over the whole summit peak, flesh quivering in the heat. This was something else again. I fear it cannot be explained, the words that maketh murder. Recently I've been writing more poetry, and next year I'll be publishing my first book of poems in collaboration with a photographer and filmmaker called Seamus Murphy. You'll see some of Seamus's work come up in a minute, I think. This poem comes from one of the many travels I've been undertaking with Seamus as I'm gathering information for our work together. The guest room. One grey dove circles the ruins. A jet heads to the base. A boy sings to the bird. He carries a blue gas canister. Where shall I go? I have no home. I had a place, but guests came, and they remained. Where shall I go? The children bring us tea and bread. I wish we had brought gifts. I hope we know when to leave.